Good morning and welcome to WHY Morning News Broadcast. I'm Guy Grissom.
And I'm Buffy Blooper.
And today's top story is something everybody can enjoy, Buffy. Free money.
Wait a second, Guy. Did you say free money?
That's right, Buffy. I said free money. Isn't that something everybody can dream about?
It certainly is, but I heard that you always have to work for your money. Is this free money some sort of scam?
No, Buffy. This is not a scam. There is a little work involved. But for more on the story, we go to our reporter in the field, Cookie Dough. Cookie?
Thanks, Guy. Today, I'm here with Lindsay, and she's going to be talking to us about how she got her hands on some of that free money. Okay, Lindsay, so can you just tell us a little bit about what year you are in school, what your major is, how you chose to come to Grand Valley?
Yes, I'm a senior nursing student at Grand Valley. This is my final semester. I'm very excited about it. And I chose Grand Valley just based on its size, and it had a great health program. I wasn't exactly sure I wanted to go into nursing, but I knew that they had great health professions here.
How exactly did you decide that you wanted to go into nursing?
Well, I chose nursing pretty much my senior year in high school. I always knew from little on up that I wanted to go into the medical field. I had that doctor's kit when I was really young and everything. But it wasn't until I got accepted to Grand Valley and they told me that I was admitted into the nursing program that I decided I wanted to go into nursing just because it was a great career and there's so many opportunities with it, especially in today's economy.
How exactly did you get directly admitted into the nursing program at Grand Valley?
Well, it was mostly based on my grades in high school. I worked really hard in middle school and high school just to keep my grades up, and I didn't really realize the importance of it until I got that letter saying I was admitted into the nursing program. Because any program, any degree from any university, it is challenging to get into, so you want to keep your grades up. And also volunteering is huge. They looked at essays and what you had as far as extracurriculars to kind of evaluate every student that comes in, and they kind of made their decision based on that to directly admit some students instead of letting them wait until their sophomore year in college before they apply to the School of Nursing.
Were you ever worried about how you were going to pay for college?
Yeah, I was. I knew I wanted to go to Wade, to a four-year university, and when I wanted to get away from my family, be able to live on my own, and I knew I wouldn't be able to pay for that on my own. So I believe it was my junior year in high school that I really started to worry as to how this was all going to work out. I really didn't know how it was going to happen because I didn't have the money. My parents sure did not have the money to do it.
Can you tell us a little bit about the process that you went through as far as figuring out how you were going to pay for college?
I knew scholarships was definitely going to be the way for me just because I'd worked so hard in high school. I knew my grades qualified, and then I began to realize that grades were not everything. You still need to have extracurriculars and volunteer in the community. So I started that pretty early in high school. I tried to find any way I could get involved, any leadership opportunities. I sought those out and just got really involved in my community. Did the Special Olympics. There was a youth volunteer corps that sent students out into all different areas that you could pick from a list of things you wanted to be involved in. There was the March of Dimes I was involved in. It was just a lot of things. And then also I looked at community scholarships. They're national and community scholarships, and sometimes you have a better chance at the local scholarships because not as many people apply to them. And I knew I had been very active in my community, so that was going to look good when I went to apply for these things. There's also sports scholarships that you can get. I actually got one of those, but they do take grades into account. But also if you're a good athlete and you're just a well-rounded person, that they'll give you money for athletics too. So if you're into any sports, definitely look into that. It could definitely pay for school someday. Also, colleges do offer money based on your grades, ACT scores, and if you're out of state, SAT scores. And that's money that the government has given to the school to give to students who qualify, and I was able to qualify for that too. So it is important to keep your grades up, and then when you go to take these national standardized tests, that you do well on those too. So there are a lot of ways that you can get scholarships. You just have to be able to look for them and know that the school offers them. Athletics can pay for them. Community involvement and grades. It's basically how I got mine.
Do you have any other advice for the students at Burton Middle School?
Yes, I do. I would say you're just starting high school and there's so many opportunities out there. Like, you have a chance to start brand new, and I would just encourage them just to get involved in any way possible, whether they're into like National Honor Societies, class leadership, or sports, or just volunteering. Like, there's so many different options. You can't just limit yourself to just one. Just go after the grades or just go after volunteering. Like, just be a well-rounded person. And like, the grades are important, especially when you're applying to college and if you want to get scholarships. They do look at your grades. And in order to do that, you have to be able to time manage well, and that involves like being disciplined. You have to come home, be conscious about doing your homework, getting that done, and studying for that test, even when you don't feel like it, when you feel like hanging out with friends. Sometimes you have to make sacrifices that way, but in the end, it's totally worth it, that you'll get the money that you need. And I know I was in the boat where my parents weren't going to be able to afford to send me to college. It was all on me, and I knew if I didn't do something, there wouldn't be any way I would go. So don't limit yourself. Don't apply to just one scholarship. Apply to all of them. You never know what you're going to get. I know there have been times when I've applied for different things and I would think, I don't even have a chance of getting this. And then it'd come back and I would have received it because no one else applied. So you never know what you're going to get. You just have to go for it. And that's the advice I would give.
Lindsay, thank you so much for coming to talk with us today.
Well, I enjoyed it. Thank you.
We'd love to have you back anytime. This has been Cookie Dough reporting to you live from Grand Valley State University. Back to you guys in the studio.
What a great story, Cookie.
Certainly was, Guy. Imagine thousands of dollars of free money out there, and all it takes is a little effort in school. I wish I had those 4 years back. Well, for all of us here at WHY Morning News, have a great day, and remember,
A's and B's pay for degrees.